Welcome to Her Money, Her Moves, powered by G.Lending.
I'm Maria.
And I'm Kelsey. We're talking real life, real estate, mortgages, and money moves.
And building wealth through homeownership. Let's get to it. Hi, I am Maria DiMaggio Hickman, a local Las Vegas realtor and owner of G.Lending Mortgage Company.
I'm Kelsey Cosgrove, a local Las Vegas mortgage lender and a mortgage loan officer with G.Lending.
Real quick, so you looked into camera and then you looked into the camera. So
Are we both looking here?
yeah. So
Oh, we are.
Or we're looking.
Oh, okay.
you can do either one. It's just if you do go more personal, I would say both.
Always just look in there.
Yeah.
Well,
always look
for
at
the for the intro.
intro.
Okay.
Unless I'm like
Right.
yelling at
Exactly.
somebody.
Exactly.
Because the rest of
Okay.
the time it'll be like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Most.
Okay, let's start all over. Sorry.
Yep. One more time. 3, 2, 1, action.
Hi, I'm Maria DiMaggio Hickman, a local Las Vegas realtor and owner of G.Lending Mortgage Brokerage.
And I am Kelsey Cosgrove, a Locust Las Vegas.
Locust.
Okay, here we go.
Yep. Just from your intro. 3, 2, 1, action.
And I am Kelsey Cosgrove, a local Las Vegas lender and a mortgage loan officer with G.Lending.
Welcome, everybody, to the first episode. We are so excited to have you guys here. Today, we are going to be needing your help at the end of the episode. We have to figure out a name.
Yes.
So please tune in through the whole thing, and then you're going to have an opportunity to help us name the podcast. So
Yes,
it
because
should be
chat
fun.
was not getting it done.
No, and she has a very dirty chat, so stay to the end to hear what their suggestions are. I have like House on the Prairie chat. Mine are all sweet and innocent. And
Yeah, so definitely stay tuned for what's to come there.
oh my gosh. So our very first episode, I thought it would be perfect for us to talk about the genesis of how G.Lending came about and just kind of let the audience get to know us and how we are such a dynamic and amazing team together. So let's get started.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not new to this, but I came into the journey when the fun got started. So, so why don't you kind of start and let us know like how we got to the fun,
To the fun.
part.
Oh yeah, lots of years before that. So obviously I've been in both the mortgage and real estate business for over 25 years. And I've always been a solo agent and was always a solo mortgage originator. I just always kind of did things on my own. I never thought about having a team, never really thought about having my own company. But then I was also in the graze of like raising children and
Right.
family life. So there was no real time for me to put the energy into that. And then almost 3 years ago, in June it'll be 3 years, I came to Galindo Group Real Estate as a realtor.
Yeah.
And I remember being around the office and seeing that Josh had already partnered with a local mortgage company. And it started getting my wheels turning like, why can't I be his partner?
Sure.
Like, why can't I be the preferred mortgage broker here? And I could just occasionally do real estate. I wasn't really looking to make real estate the number one thing. And, but I didn't want to disrupt that partnership. And I didn't
Right.
want to go in and kind of like, balls are rolling. Hey, let's do this together. So I just kind of sat back, observed, saw what people were dealing with. And then the thought of a team came into my mind when a couple of my other lender friends said, hey, can we work with you? And I was like, sure. All right. I guess I could bring you on. And at that point I was with a bank that I won't disclose, but you also were looking for something different than what you were doing. You were in the school district working as an athletic director, and you were looking for something a little bit more family friendly, right?
Right, because my family was growing rapidly.
Rapidly. And you needed to be able to have flexibility and not have to be at work from 9 to 5. And so we brought you on as a loan officer. And
That's when the
then
fun really got started.
yes, 'cause then it's fun. When you work with fun, it's a fun day. So you came on, and at that time I had 6 loan officers under my branch, which was kind of cool. But there it wasn't, I was looking for something a little bit more. I was looking for a more, it was a very conservative bank that I was with. They weren't really into like thinking outside the box and coming up with different programs, different marketing schemes. And a bank had contacted me out of the blue from Texas and had offered me a fully paid trip to come down there to check out their facilities and to try and get my team to move over there. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. Like, I'm wanted. Like, this is really nice.
We love being wanted.
We do. It's such a good feeling. So anyway, so I flew out there. I was blown away by the facilities, the way they did things.
Yeah.
And I was just so pumped. And so we ended up leaving that other bank. I brought everybody over to the new bank. Some people didn't stay, some people did.
Right.
But it's okay. I feel like anytime that happens, it's for a reason.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
You
Transitions aren't for everyone.
Right.
Yep.
And they're not easy.
No.
Right. And we can talk about that in a little bit too. Moving from companies is not easy. But so we signed on with them. We started getting really good momentum, I felt like. I loved the company. And then in that transition, the same time we were transitioning, Josh was transitioning with another mortgage company. Even though I told him I wanted to partner with him, he didn't even give me a second look. He just went with this other company. I felt a little slated. But
We've
that's
moved
okay.
on.
Yes, I
Yeah,
no longer. I don't harbor those feelings.
We don't even keep that in our brains.
No, not at all. I'm not butthurt by it
No.
at all. So I was like, okay, well, I guess my chances of like partnering with him are probably done and over with. It is what it is. I'll just move on and keep rolling and keep doing my thing. And a little while after that, that relationship started to kind of fall apart. And I feel like with mortgage companies, which is eventually going to get us to where we ended up, there are a lot of mortgage companies out there that are good, but there's a lot of things that they don't do right.
Yeah.
And we kind of all got together and figured out how we wanted things to be,
Right.
which is why eventually we ended off going on our own. But so I saw that was not happening. So I just went to Josh and I just said to him, why not us?
Yeah.
Why not me? Like, why don't we do something? Why don't we become branch managers together?
Yeah.
I have all the mortgage experience. He definitely has the marketing experience, right? So let's do this. And so he was like, all right, let's do it, right? So we ended up having to leave the bank that we were with and go with another local bank here because that was ultimately what Josh was most comfortable with. And I, at the time, wasn't more concerned about the bank necessarily. It was more about developing the relationship with Josh and I and making sure that we were going to be good partners in this. So we did. We left. We transitioned again. So poor Kelsey, I will tell you, in 25 years of mortgages, I had been with 6 companies in 25 years.
Yeah.
Poor Kelsey, this is now her third in how many months? Because it like 5 or 6 months?
2, 3. Well, G.Lending is technically my 4th.
Right.
Yes.
But at this point,
at
it
that
was your
point,
third.
Yes, my 3rd within a year.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot because if you don't
Within a
know
year,
what the
yes.
transition's like, it's a lot to move from one to another. You lose clients. You have periods of no pay because there's the delay because you can't take the company that you're with loans. You have to leave them there and you have to basically start all over again. So it's not easy to do. So this girl, the fact that she has stayed the course and is still here just shows you the grit and determination and the belief that you have in the future.
I've always been someone, for better or worse, that the bigger the challenge, the more amped up I am. Like, I'm a tell me I can't kind of person.
Yes.
I've always been that way. Tell me it's not going to work out.
Yeah.
Because boy, you don't know what you just did.
Yeah, you just fueled.
Yes.
You just gave me all the
You
fuel I
don't know
need.
the monster you just created because bet.
I love that bet. So anyway, so now we're at this company. Josh and I are branch managers and we've got you and some other loan officers with us and we start rolling it out and we're like killing it. We start talking to all the Galindo agents. We're out talking to other agents out in the community and we really started making strides. We were doing well. The problem is that, again, just like I've seen in other mortgage companies, there were just things that maybe weren't being done efficiently, would you say? And
just alignment, I think in general with what we wanted to see for our clients versus what was happening and then like trying to fill gaps. The alignment just didn't quite feel correct in our vision and what we were envisioning for our branch.
Yes. And from a branch manager standpoint, the corporate red tape I noticed was going to be too much.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when you get into corporate things, even if the higher ups are great and wonderful, the corporation part of it slows down
Sure.
the process of what you want to do. So, and then our wheels started turning. We were like, well, if why can't we do this?
Right.
Why can't we have our own mortgage brokerage? Why can't we be the ones that go out there and do the things that we want to do, but that people are kind of toning us down and saying we can't do? And our processes, we wanted to have certain processes in place to make the client experience better.
Right.
And we were just getting like a lot of pushback. And so if we took it on our own, we were able to do that and create a better atmosphere for our clients, for our loan officers in the office, and really just kind of like push the envelope forward and do better.
Yeah.
Which is when I went to Josh and said, why don't we do this? Why not us?
Why not us again?
Why
right?
not us again? Exactly. Like, tell me why we can't do this.
Yeah.
And Josh is such a big thinker
Yeah, for sure.
that he was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why not us? Why would we just do this? All right, let's go. And so we started the process of researching and figuring things out. And I got to tell you, I did not think it was going to go as fast as it did. I had heard from so many people that, like, from the start of thought of opening up your own brokerage to the start date of getting your actual license could be years.
Yeah.
Right. I've heard, especially in Nevada, like they said, sometimes in Nevada it can be longer. So we were just kind of dabbling in it, just doing the things that we were supposed to do, but not really having high expectations. And it happened fast.
Yeah.
Super fast. So I feel like another God ordained thing, like it was meant to be for how fast and how easy it went. But lo and behold, another transition is happening.
Yes.
So
Yes. But it's going to be worth it. And we're building what we want for our clients, for our community.
Yeah.
And to have complete control over that, I think is something that I know you thrive on. I know Josh thrives on. I thrive on. And just being able to control things and be the ones that get to decide and dictate what our model looks like, our vision, the experience the clients get.
Yeah.
It helps us sleep better at night.
Yes, exactly. I think, our number one priority is going to be obviously to get the clients into the best loans and the best rates and the best down payment, whatever we can do for
Right.
them to save them money, not just in the short term of getting into the loan, but then also long term with their payments and lower interest rates. But one thing that I have learned is that the process is so important. Like being able to get the pre-approval done fast and quick. Because when these realtors meet a client, they want that pre-approval like this.
Right, exactly.
And with some of the systems that we're going to have in place using AI for this, I am blown away. Like we can get a pre-approval done in 2 minutes.
Right.
If we have all the documents and we have everything from the client that we need, pre-approval, 2 minutes.
Yep.
And they can be out there shopping. Those are the kind of things that with progressive thoughts and technology that we're bringing into our company is going to be able to help you and all the realtors out there get deals done faster and smoother.
Yeah. And it's going to allow me as a loan officer to have a more human side and more human connection with my clients because I'm not tied up in all of the paperwork and all of those things because we are using technology to our advantage to speed that process up. And so I'm able to cater more to my clients versus, going back through and having to scour pay stubs and bank statements and all of that. So that experience that we're going to be able to provide is going to be priceless, I feel like.
Yeah, it is. And I think everyone's going to feel a lot less stressed. It's going to be more efficient and we're going to be able to get deals done a lot smoother for everybody. So we're really looking forward to it. And so we're ready to go.
Yeah.
So there's no need to wait any longer. just reach out to us and see the process. Let's get it going. And I don't know, I'm super excited. I can't wait to see how it all plays in. But we also should talk a little bit about like you as a mom, me as a mom. You and I are very, what do I want to say? Determined, and we're hard workers, and sometimes balance can become a problem because we like to be the best at everything, right? And we have a lot going on. And so going into this new season, I know you and I support each other a lot, and we have a lot of support from our spouses and our family, which is so important. But challenges, what are some of the challenges that you have as a working mom trying to jump up that ladder and make something more?
Yeah, my children don't sleep.
Oh, that's it?
That's
No
all.
sleep?
That's all. But yeah, I mean, it really is. My kids are very young, 1 and 2. So it's, you don't want to wish the time away, but I find myself unfortunately being like, man, when they get in school, this is going to be a breeze. Like I'm going to be able to get so much work done because it's, I can work from anywhere with this job. Such a blessing. Yeah. Love that. I love it more when I'm working from a beach.
Of course. Florida, we're coming soon.
Right. But with my husband's schedule, he goes to work in the afternoon. So I get the morning to work and then I can come home and I can keep working. And on paper, it's like, that's great. You just go home and work from home. Yeah. But my kids, they don't nap. And when they do nap, it's not at the same time. They are 1 and 2, so they are very needy. They, need a lot of interaction, which they're 1 and 2. And I love that. And I love the opportunity to be home with my kids. But I find it hard to be fully present because you're thinking about the task you left undone because you had to race home so your husband could go to work. You're waiting for that client who said, I'll call you after work, which is what you want to provide to your clients. That's part of not working a 9 to 5 with a bank, right? Is that you're available after hours. And so, you're like waiting for the phone to ring. Gosh, I hope my kids aren't screaming when I take this client call. And so it's really hard to come home and be fully present on either side.
Right.
And so that is a challenge because, like you said, we are determined people. We don't like to fail. We like to be able to give 100% in everything you're doing. And so to feel like you're not giving enough. But I also think that there's a level of grace that as a working mom you have to give yourself because you feel, or I feel like I'm not doing enough. But on the outside looking in, I'm sure people are like, how are you doing this at all? Like,
well, and I will tell you, like your level of customer service, having a 1 and 2-year-old balancing that versus some of the 25, 28-year-olds who have no children, no family, their customer service, it far exceeds what they do and their level. And so like, that's one thing that I have to give you props on is that you might not feel like you're figuring out the balance, but you are giving a level of customer service that people that are the only thing they have to do at night is go party. You're killing it. So, and that's the thing. And I mean, I remember those times when the kids were little, I would like get a client calling me at 7:00 at night and I'd go lock myself in my closet just to take the phone call and be like, okay, Lord, just protect them. Hopefully the kids survive while I'm in the closet and they don't get into too much. But we do what we have to do in order to get through it. And I think instead of it being a negative, I hope that it empowers other women to know, like, you can, I don't want to say you can do it all, but you can. You really can. You just have to figure out and structure your day, structure your time, and be willing on the phone with the client if the kids are in the background. Hey, I'm so sorry. I'm at home right now.
Yes.
And just be honest.
Yeah. And that's been something I've been working on because I at first wanted to have a very black and white, like kids over here, clients over here. And when I was first getting started, I don't want to say embarrassed, but I was like, oh, is this unprofessional? Like the kids in the background. And so then I just started, I have my time blocks and everything. So if a client wants to call me when I'm at home, I'm just, hey, just so you know, I'll take your call. It's great. Let's do this. I will be at home with my kids.
Yep.
And I've found that it actually creates a more human side. Oh my gosh, I remember when my babies were that young. That was such a fun. And now you have built this different connection with your clients.
Absolutely.
So I've started to get into that more and just be more open with my clients, because it does start to build that relationship, and it's made it easier, and it's taken a little stress off of me because I'm not sitting there, oh my gosh, the phone's ringing, the kid's screaming. Do I answer it? Do I make up a lie? Like, sorry, like I couldn't take the call that we had scheduled for 4 days.
Right, exactly.
So it's helped. That mindset has helped a lot too. Just, we're human. We're all just living in this world, trying to figure it out, trying to buy houses.
Yes, that's it. Trying to build generational wealth.
Right.
That's all.
Yes. And we're in it together. Let's do the damn thing.
Yes.
So
absolutely. No, it's work home life balance is not an easy task to do by any stretch of the imagination. And you kind of going through all the transitions that you have gone through, you've done it like a champ. And I'm so glad that you're here.
Those have all happened while pregnant, newborn.
Yes.
So it was
Insane.
and honestly, I think that helped moving through the chaos, because it was already chaos.
Right.
Like 2 under 2 is chaos. Pregnant with a toddler is chaos.
Yep.
Newborn life is chaos. Transitioning banks is chaos. So it's just
Bring
like,
the chaos.
it's
go.
chaos.
What is our life going to be like when
Right.
everything is smooth?
That's what I mean. Like, it's just, you just think about, wow, if we get through this,
Get through anything.
man, we're going to be balling. This is going to be so many work trips on the beach,
Right?
where we're just relaxing
Oh my
because the
gosh.
chaos that we dealt with up front.
Yeah. I feel like that. And then you get to a point where you're just like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can take any more.
Yeah.
And that was kind of where I was getting to, a lot of the stuff that I was dealing with. And then when I got the email that said G.Lending has been approved, like I've been in such go mode, and I think I told you I've almost been numb to so many things because I just have so many things
Right.
coming at me. And I actually felt emotion when I got that email. Like, I was so excited, like, wow, it's finally happening. It's finally like, it's going to happen. I'm going to have my own mortgage
I know
company.
you called me and I said hello and you went, ah. I was like, oh, what's happening?
What's going on? I'm like, let's fucking go.
Yes.
So excited.
We were so amped.
Yes. So I'm looking forward to this new chapter. The podcast, what we want to be able to give out of it is, one, I think the most important thing is we want to inspire people. We want to inspire people to go after their dreams, to do the unimaginable. If you thought that owning a home was not for you, we want you to listen to this and realize that it is for you. If being a businesswoman you never thought could do because you have kids or you have family, we want to empower you through our lives to show you that you can do it. And we want to be able to give good sound advice and maybe even bring on guests in the future of ways to invest and what to do and how to create generational wealth for our families. Because I think women now, we are the vessel that are going to create this for our families. It doesn't have to be left up to the man anymore. Women can go out there and do it as well too. So I don't know.
Who needs a man?
I know, right? That one Instagram where they're like, "Where my husband at?" And then they're like, "Did you see that one?" Oh God, how does it go? Something like the woman's like, "Where's my husband at?" And then all the women come in and they're like, "Who fucking cares?" Like, they're all together having fun on the beach. It's a fun one. But
We say that as we have 2 very supportive
I
husbands.
know. I don't know what I would do without him.
Right.
Our family would not survive, but we can talk shit anyway.
We can. It's fine.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
They expect it.
Yes, they know us well enough. But yeah, so I just feel like, in the podcast, that's our intention, is that we want to inspire people. We want to teach people. We want people to learn from us and grow whatever it is in their life that they're doing. But in every podcast, we are determined to share a real moment.
Yes.
And so the time has come in this podcast to share the real moment. So
real talk time.
real talk. Let's go. I would say over the last, couple months, there has been some real moments, real moments where we've cried, we've been stressed, but maybe just give me one of your real moments in the last 2 weeks that you can think of that shows the side of lending that maybe a lot of people don't see?
Yeah, so one thing that has pushed me to deliver the kind of customer service that you were speaking to was my first experience buying a home. It was awful. It was horrendous.
I was not the realtor.
No, she was
I
not
was not
involved
the lender.
in any part of it. I didn't even know Maria at this point.
Okay.
This was like over a decade ago. But I was 26, and it was our first home. I was buying it with my boyfriend, who's now my husband. Thank goodness, because that would have been a really hairy situation. But it was terrible. The communication, we'd never bought a house before. The lender we wouldn't hear from them for days and days, and then they would email us, we need these documents immediately. Well, I didn't hear from you for days, so if I have something coming up, like, surely it's fine if I give you the document a day later. Like, I don't have any idea about deadlines. I was in education at the time, not lending, so I didn't know any of this. And I remember very specifically, it was my 26th birthday. I was out at dinner with my boyfriend, hadn't heard from our lender, and then she calls and says, we need these documents tonight. And I'm like, it's like 5 o'clock. And I haven't heard from you in a few days. Well, apparently she had emailed us earlier that day and asked for them, but we had birthday plans and we hadn't heard from her in days. And so we
you're
didn't
not checking your email every 2 minutes.
And we didn't think anything of it because if I haven't heard from you in a few days, then surely you can wait to hear from me, right? Like, that's my mindset as a new home buyer. I don't know. And I just remember being in tears. We left my birthday dinner. I'm sobbing because the stress was unbearable in buying a house. So when I went into this role, I was like, I never want my clients to feel that stress ever again. And this past week, my clients have been feeling a lot of stress because of this transition. It's been difficult, which is something we never want to happen, but that's what we were talking. Transitions are hard. You've got to leave loans behind. And so it's been difficult with communication in bridging that gap because I'm not at that company, but the client still speaks to me, and so I've been having, it's like moments. I had a moment in the bathroom the other day because when they say this, I flash back to that moment of me at dinner crying, and I feel like that same feeling in the pit of my stomach again. I'm not going to get the house. I must have done something wrong. It's my fault, when in actuality, it's people aren't communicating. But as a new home buyer, you don't know that. And so I've been brought back to that place recently this week for my clients because I care so deeply about their process and how it is for them. And so to know that there's been some hiccups and some bumps that I kind of don't have control over has been really difficult the last couple weeks to kind of watch unfold for them because it's one of my main goals is to keep that from ever happening because of the experience I had in buying my first home. So real talk, that's been tough this week. Yeah. But they're all closing.
Yeah. And I will say, like, you technically don't have to be part of that.
Right.
Because the loan has been left with the other company and they reassigned another loan officer and that person is supposed to take over. But when I look at the phone calls and the text messages and how you've been advocating for your clients,
which is tricky too, because, there's compliance things, right? Like I can't speak to the loan. I can't give suggestions. I can't do any of those things. Because
you almost become a friend now.
Right. Exactly. Which is great. And that, I wanted to do that for my clients and we've built that relationship, which is why I think they were still reaching out to me. Right. And kind of like, help.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, it becomes a very tricky situation because you really have no control. Right. And as we've mentioned, we
are control freaks.
We like control. Yes.
A little bit.
I saw something the other day. It was like a shirt that said, "I'm not a control freak. You're just doing it wrong." So
facts.
Yeah, I felt like that was very accurate.
Yeah, very accurate. If only people could just realize that.
Yes, I don't know what's so hard about it to figure that out. So.
I love it. But yeah, I really feel that like you advocated for your clients through this difficult time, and it is when you care deeply, it hurts inside. And none of us want anything like that for our clients or anybody that we're trying to help buy a house. So that definitely was a real moment and very stressful.
Yeah.
And especially when people aren't answering their phones and they're not paying attention. And
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, even if a loan is having a problem, even if there's a situation, it's a phone call that can just help ease people's minds. Here's what the problem is.
Yep.
Here's the solution. We're working on
Yeah.
it. But if you don't hear from somebody,
Right.
like your mind goes to 1,000 different things.
Exactly.
Right. And so communication is super important. And I feel like that's one thing with G.Lending that we are very adamant about. Communication has to be, it's one of our 4 pillars that we've built the company on. So, and I appreciate how you just stuck with it, even though it was stressful, and you just a rock star for her clients. I love it.
Yeah, we're here. We're jamming out.
Yes, absolutely. So hopefully this podcast resonates with people and they come to it. Oh, but we got to figure out a name.
We need to name it so they know what to come back to. So,
okay, here we go.
We love Chat GPT. We're chat queens. So, we were initially looking for some ideas for the podcast. So we used chat to help us generate. So Maria gave a prompt about what we were doing, what we wanted to talk about. But
and here's some of mine.
Yeah, so here's some of Maria's that she got from chat.
Okay, here we go. All in with the G, stacked and closing, high stakes and home deals, pretty reckless, she plays to win, lipstick and leverage.
Okay.
Little house on the prairie, sweet.
Yeah, those are cute.
Yeah. And then this one,
I was like, let's see what my chat comes up with.
Let's see what it does.
Oh my gosh. Please don't read too much into this.
All I want to say is that I don't know what creates Chat's mind to be however Chat's mind is, but her chat is a dirty-minded chat.
We have the dirty rate sheet, which is, tasteful, cute. Yeah. Bad bitches, better rates.
I love it.
All right. Okay.
It says what it is.
Yeah, for sure. We have 2 girls, 1 loan. So if you were anything about YouTube back in the days.
We could call it Menage a Trois, I guess.
Rate me hard. They just continue to get worse. And this one is probably my favorite. Foreplay to foreclosure.
Because who wouldn't want that?
Right? I mean, maybe that's a different clientele.
It's a different podcast entirely. Oh, I did get some new ones though. It got a little more risque, but I had to prompt it to get a little sassy and sexy.
I didn't even have to prompt it. I just
no. She just is naturally.
What would happen if I prompted it to
I don't know.
risk
You should prompt it and see what it says. Do it while I'm doing this one.
Okay.
All right. So my top 3 picks for you based on everything are pretty, paid, and under contract, cash keys in Sin City, high heels, high stakes. And they're all still boring. I mean, none of them. What is this one? Bad girls close deals. Ooh. That's as edgy as I think mine got. How boring.
Oh boy. Locked up and turned on by low rates. Oh my gosh.
Locked up and turned on.
The interest is mutual.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, all right.
That one's not bad.
Yes. That one's...
interest is mutual. I like that. Okay.
Yeah. Hard pull energy.
Except we don't do hard pulls.
We don't do hard.
We're just soft.
It's probably why you have 5 kids.
Oh my God, I can't.
Lord.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, so we need your help.
We need your help. Yes.
Yeah, so let us know in the comments if you enjoyed any of those options from chat or
if you have some of your own.
Yeah, if you've got a good idea of your own, we gotta name this bad boy because we're gonna have a lot of fun on it and it deserves an identity of itself.
It does. It really does. And let's see, what could the winner get? What could we give away to the winner?
A shout out for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely a shout out. And let me see, let's raise the stakes. The winner with the best name for the podcast is going to get help me out here.
We want to We're thinking gift card.
Gift card, probably because it'd be easy to send
we
if
can
you're out
mail
of
it
state.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get you a really cool gift card
Yeah.
somewhere, maybe to Amazon or something, because
Yeah.
everyone uses Amazon. But
Practical.
yeah, so drop them in the comments. What should we name our podcast? And when you're thinking about naming it, it's two powerful, smart,
So powerful,
boss
so
babe
smart.
women.
So bossy.
Yeah, so bossy, who are talking about mortgages, real estate, generational wealth, motherhood, and probably will get to be a shit show at some point in
Yeah.
time with all the
Yeah.
episodes.
We might have to bring out a wine bottle every now and then.
Yeah, I'm not opposed.
Yeah. A piece.
Yeah. So help us out. And until next week,
Yeah.
right? We'll
Until
do this
next
again.
time, we'll be here.
Peace out.